Ben's been more snippy. Mike has been more sarcastic. Evan's been positive since I yelled at him last week, but Evan got like the first
talking to or what?
If you guys go way back in, the C-Boy universe, I have been known to be what some may call
snippy.
I'd say Evan had it coming to him.
A psycho. They call me a psycho. And I think...
Yeah, get Evan on here. Who wants to step out?
We're working on an Evan mic. I was thinking about having him, like how NFL sportscasters have like a headset. It could just be Ev sitting over there.
Oh, I
in
like
the
that.
couch.
All right, can I tell like my side before
Yes,
Ryan
when
gave me a
Ryan
talking
freaked
to?
out at you?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I could see, I'm on his side where like the past week with the R6 and the Banshee build going not ideal, and I had a less than positive attitude through that. So I will agree there could have been some building.
It was a little. That was like the tipping point, but it was like a build up to that.
Correct.
Yeah,
it was like a build. Like you just kept getting a little bit more and more negative. And I've said this on a couple podcasts ago, but the odds are already stacked against us in like every single thing we do. So we don't need one more person in there telling us what we can't do or like what isn't possible. And we're doing a little bit more and more of that where we'd say something and you'd say, it's not possible. And then you throw your hands up.
So what were you going to say?
Now I'm just okay. A little bit of backstory behind it.
So the instance where I was being negative was where we didn't have the proper tool to put the master link on the R6. So Vass was just going to bash it with a hammer. Mm-hmm. And then I said, well, that would be great to be doing a wheelie at 60 and have that chain lock up. And Ryan flew off the handle.
Okay, I do feel bad. I even said it to CJ.
Yeah, he did.
I said I told you off on the wrong thing. I should have just waited another 5 minutes for you to be negative on something else.
Yeah, something better. Yeah, it was a slightly the wrong instance.
Yeah, it was the right instance, or the wrong instance. But no, I mean, yeah.
That's pretty much it, I think.
So that what did he say? Me and CJ were gone for that.
No,
I was there.
Everything we just talked about, really, just
said you can't be
complaining
negative about it and saying it's not going to work or we're not going to get it done because we have to figure out a way to get it done. But it's like you don't really have an option. It's like you got to make it work. So you make it work,
But you guys explained it right there so good, talking.
Okay, so we all have.
Oh, you didn't. Ryan didn't have.
I didn't
Ryan
speak so kindly.
He didn't have the same.
I gave him
tone.
like the dad tone. Like I was upset, but like you guys have your way of communicating, and it was for like 2 weeks making fun of Evan. Go, oh Evan, what are you gonna throw your hands up again? And it wasn't getting through. It wasn't changing anything. And then so my negative way of communicating to Evan was
probably more efficient, much more efficient,
but probably a little more degrading and a little more mean, and what some would call being a psycho.
Sometimes
you didn't take it like personal.
No, I felt bad. Evan and I were quiet for a while, and I was like, "No, dude, you don't understand. Like, this is a rite of passage.
Yeah.
It's happened to every single friend here, and if I haven't freaked out at you, you are not one of my best friends.
We must be really good friends."
Since I showed up on that Sunday,
Jason's
which is
like
2 weeks ago, Ryan kind of had that look in his eye, and I knew it was coming.
You didn't know how long?
Like, I knew the fuse was already lit. I wasn't going to be able to put it out.
You're right. You were just the one who was there when it ran out.
But no, I agree. I've been negative. Sometimes you guys take me being totally negative as like, I'm trying to point out something that could result in like a failure further down the line. So do we really want to cross that, get too far into it and then go, oh, that was a bad idea? Mm-hmm. But I completely understand.
Yeah, shit happens. It's a tough dynamic around here. We're around each other, I don't know, 80, 90 hours a week.
Dude, seriously, and it's all fun and games until you throw away somebody's hot dog cooker. And then friendship goes out the window. It's time to brawl. Like, but you cross the line. That's not cool, and like the gloves are off.
Yeah, but I wasn't actually that heated about the hot dog maker going away. You just felt a little attacked. That doesn't happen.
I felt
to
like
you guys
backstory. I threw away this moldy.
Well, it's not moldy. It was greasy.
Dust-covered, greasy.
It was
5-year-old, like disgusting.
5 years old.
Fake news. It was 2 years old.
All right, two years old hot dog cooker that we got for free. Zero money spent on it. It got used maybe once a month, because I threw it away like a month and a half ago, and they just noticed it the other day.
It's also fake news.
And we have like 100 different cookers on our little kitchen table. Like literally a cooker for every single thing that
It's like
you can
novelty
imagine.
cookers, I will agree.
Yeah. And so I just looked at CJ and I go, hey, should we throw this away? We can get another one if they're upset about it, but like, let's throw this away. It's
I said
disgusting.
ask Micah.
So I go and ask Micah. He's our resident glizzy goblin. So I go up to Mike and I go, hey, Mike, figuring that he'd be the most upset about it getting thrown. Can I throw this away? And he goes, yeah, I don't care. Something along those lines.
I think that's because. So Mike just said it was very passive aggressive. I think that's because he learned. You could literally walk up and be like, "Hey, Mike, here's your firstborn child. You don't need this anymore, right?" And then he'd just probably have to be like, "Fuck yeah, I guess I'll have to get another one," because like there's no arguing with you two.
Don't bring us two into it because it was
Okay,
bad.
mainly bad.
The only
could
reason
have-
I chimed in when you guys were arguing was because I was like,
Jesus.
he had a point. He had a point with how many machines there were.
I figured if he actually would have cared, he probably would have said it put up a little bit of a stink and it went very easy. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then a month and a half later, somebody went to go make a hot dog, which I might have saved you some kind of like food poisoning.
I agree. It was bad.
It should not be getting used, and we got it for free. We can get another one. I think that you guys came pretty aggressive at me for okaying it and then coming back at me for throwing it away.
You know the
I agree.
tensions are high.
You were there, right? Yeah. And that's why after that we go, man, Ryan's really upset about this Hummer, isn't he? Because it was just like one Hummer problem after another, and then I threw that away, or you found out I threw that away, and it was just like it exploded.
I was
after
hangry,
that.
dude. I needed some food. But I think a little bit of it was. I have been far more upset about other real things, probably in the last 2 weeks than that. But it was funny because you got so razzed and you were just felt so attacked by throwing away this hot dog maker.
Well, because you, Ken, and Micah were all attacking.
whoa, half the group.
Okay, so my
And
problem
Evan.
was
Evan
I
drove.
went to the C store, bought some hot dogs, was like, yes, I'm going to make some hot dogs for lunch. And then I find out the glizzy maker's gone.
Which is growth for him, you know? We try to do a contest. He won't even eat them.
This is true.
I was very like upset in the moment, but
The truth
I do not
comes
care.
out. I knew it. You guys were upset. I'm sorry. Okay, all right.
did-
All right.
3
It did-
o'clock, I hadn't eaten anything all day.
It did
Okay.
lessen the pain when I figured out that you can cook hot dogs in the air fryer and they're better.
That's the other thing. We got literally a novelty cooker, like one after another. We guys just pop up a photo of what our kitchen table looks like. It's a very limited space. Keep that in mind.
So here's our problem. We have all these little cookers, which is not an absurd amount for a normal kitchen. We just have nowhere to store them
Right.
other than on the counter.
And they all get like super dirty and no one really cleans them. And I mean, I was on Ben's side. It was valid in throwing it out. I didn't think Mike would approve it though. So when he approved it, I was like, wow, I was
shit, it's
surprised.
Hey, let's not forget about Mike getting heated when Ryan ate his brats. That
Dude, that
Micah
one was
won.
That was the best
blown
part.
on me, dude.
That was the best part.
I was thinking about that the other night. I was like, dude, that was a dick move.
dude,
like,
he wins them at a meat raffle.
and they were so good.
they were Mike's hot dogs, and Ryan just ate all of them.
Well, I had two.
I ate one.
But that was like another like in the heat in the moment. Like I was so pissed, but now it's just funny. Ryan ate 2,
Yeah.
I got 0.
Well, I was
Your
pissed, dude.
guys' side, that's when you fell apart because your guys' group was all turning against each other. It was like
Yeah.
you all had everyone against Ben, and then you within your group, you
there
tore
was
each
we all
other
tore
apart.
apart. Oh, man.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got that beef squash.
The shop beef is squashed. We're all fine now. It'll be good. All we need to do is just go on vacation with each other, you know?
Yeah.
Right, that should settle things.
We should just get wicked drunk together somewhere else other than here. We'll be good.
I think we're gonna have a blast.
No,
on
we
vacation.
are, dude.
That's
It's going to
be a
be
blast.
so good.